Morning, everybody. Welcome on in. Tobin here with you. Thanks for checking out the channel. Miami Heat will be back in action tonight, taking on the Orlando Magic. The news out of this one, Jimmy Butler out. He did say, I believe it was after his game winner, he's like, don't jinx it when it comes to having everybody back together. And having your big three of Jimmy, Bam, and Tyler lasted all of a game. And now Jimmy Butler is out. So hopefully this is a brief stint. This is just a one gamer to get the leg all rested up, and he'll be back soon. But that was certainly disappointing to see. I was hoping the Heat would get on some kind of a run here, and especially I think the Orlando Magic have been playing well. I would have liked to seen the Heat as at full strength as possible taking on this team, and now it's kind of like one of these things where it's like, all right. We'll see the Bam and Tyler show and see them take over a little bit, but we really won't know the whole incarnation of the team. Kind of, will not give us the full scope of the rotation again. And all right, the cycle goes on and on. Obviously, you want Jimmy healthy, and you want him all set. And you probably figured once the young studs got back that you were going to get some days where Kyle Lowry was going to be taking a day off, and Kevin Love, who's also dealing with some stomach thing, we're going to get some days off and things like that. But I do hope, once we get to like Christmas time, let's get this puppy rolling, baby. Let's hope that this is, a healthy time around, and we don't have to, continue to play this game of in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. I'd like to see everybody together for a little bit. Did get a little look last night at Nikola Jovic as he was performing in front of Eric Spoelstra, the coaching staff. I believe Tyler Hero was there for a little bit. So, hopefully that he is continuing to show his improvement and what he can do, and everybody continues to be improved by the impressed by what they're doing down there in Sioux Falls. It's good that he gets to do it in Orlando, and it gets to be in the G League showcase, and this doesn't have to be in South Dakota, and that he can kind of have some hands-on look at him. So that's a benefit as well. You can already see how crowded the rotation is. I don't foresee, barring Kevin Love being out for an extended period of time, there being any real opportunity for Nikola Jovic. Although I will say, if that was to happen, I would like to see, I know he doesn't love the five, and that's not his favorite position, but if there is a chance to get some spurts there, I'm not rats off a ship yet. I would love to see it, especially after he got the wisdom from Goran Dragic recently at a dinner after a Bulls game. So you get the tutelage of the Dragon. I think that goes a long way. The big news yesterday in Heatland was rumors are already starting to bubble again for the next orca, the next whale search. And they involve an old whale. Well, not an old whale by age, but an old whale. He's been in the pursuits before. He's been in the desire of Heat fans before. And that is Donovan Mitchell. A lot of fodder yesterday from your podcasters, Brian Windhorst, Bill Simmons, that the Cavaliers are going to have to look at trading Donovan Mitchell. He is not into staying in Cleveland because it's Cleveland, and it's looking like they're going to have to think about dealing him, especially with the injuries to Darius Garland and Evan Mobley, and they're kind of in no man's land. I think they probably thought that this was a home run cut. They had a young core there that it was going to take a little bit of a leap a lot faster than it has, and now, I'm sure they're looking at maybe the top of the East on top of the Heat and thinking to themselves, do we really have enough to get this done? So it's going to be a fascinating thing because they did trade a lot for Donovan Mitchell. And what does that mean for teams that will try and pursue him? And not surprisingly, with Donovan Mitchell, the same teams that he's been interested in are the teams that are going to circulate. What are those teams? New York Knicks, Miami Heat. And the thing that's interesting with the Knicks is going to be their backcourt, especially with Jalen Brunson. It's kind of their guy right now. Do they want to go make an upgrade like that? The Nets have also been mentioned. Certainly they could use somebody a little bit more established than, Cam Thomas or Spencer Dinwiddie. The rest of their pieces are very, very interesting, and I'm sure in a trade would tickle the fancy of Cleveland. But the question for Donovan Mitchell is, does he want to sign with the Nets? Does he want to sign with the Knicks, or does he want to sign with the Miami Heat? There's obviously been long-time ties with Donovan Mitchell to the Miami Heat, one of them being his mentorship with D. Wade, where this is the guy that he has grown up idolizing. Before there was Anthony Edwards, it was kind of the young hot stud in the league that everybody was comparing to D. Wade was Spida Mitchell, and the comparisons are still there. You watch his game, 27 points, 28 points a game. He is the bona fide scorer. All that stuff, everything that we talked about with Damian Lillard, you put it Donovan Mitchell, doesn't quite, I think, have the credentials playoff-wise of like ending playoff series. He's got the one bubble series and actually has had some playoff struggles as of late. But everybody would get the natural fit there. But here's the thing. And I know this is going to disappoint some people, but I want to put this in the ether for everybody. Just because I'm getting pestered left and right. Because everybody expects me to put on the captain's hat and do the whale thing. As you can see, no captain's hat, no whale here, okay? No, get out of here. No. No whale here, okay? I'm not that guy anymore. No. I'm trying to change. I'm not trying to go out here and follow any. Look, the summer of Damian Lillard changed this man, okay? I was obsessed. And first of all, there's not a whale I ever wanted more than Damian Lillard, okay? That was the guy. We had the perfect setup. He only wanted to come to the Miami Heat. It was there, baby. Friendship with Bam. All you needed to do was get it, and you didn't. And the people that I was following over it was ridiculous. It was a ridiculous amount of time. I remember the first time it was like a thing. I was just leaving the mountains of Tennessee, and I was enjoying my summer. And all of a sudden, rumors here, rumors there, rumors here, rumors there. Twitter, Instagram, following Damian Lillard Instagram lives. Oh, he's got Will Smith Miami in the background. No, he has a statement that's not badgering anybody. I can't take it, all right? I went down to Bam Adebayo's charity event. I'm badgering the poor guy, asking him about Damian Lillard. I'm asking Udonis Haslem about it. He's telling me that he's having conversation with Tyler Hero every day. I just can't do this anymore, okay? I'm going about it like this. If it happens, it happens. Cool. I'm not going to be against the Miami Heat getting Spida Mitchell. I will say, I'm not doing we're going to sit here, we're going to argue about the same trade package of Tyler Hero, Fix, maybe Jovic. Is that going to be enough to get him done? I don't know. Is that even the right move? I don't know. I would like to see what this improved Tyler Hero would look like. I really don't think he has gotten the fair shake of this season so far. I know people are obsessed with, hey, when they lead in scoring, when he leads in scoring. I think that he'd only have one win so far this season. I get you. They went to the finals last year when the finals run without him. I think that being one of those things where I think he could have helped last year. I don't think it was a case of Tyler Hero goes down, the Heat all of a sudden click, get better. I would like to see what he does. I get it. The lateness of that last game against Minnesota, Tyler Hero didn't make that impact in the fourth quarter you're hoping for. Dude, it's his first game back in 3 weeks, a month. Like, can we, it's not even Christmas yet. Can we see it play out for a little bit? I do think that there is something to let's see this play out. The other thing is, if you wanted to get that deal done, and I'm Cleveland, I'm saying this as, haunting me being in the case of Cleveland. I can't imagine Cleveland wanting to do that deal without getting Jaime Jaquez Jr. back. If you're making this deal and you're going to nuke your whole plan, you want to get young, cheap stars. And Tyler Hero, not cheap. Jaime Jaquez, very cheap. And he looks amazing. And if you're the Heat and you want to get the deal done, that's probably what's that's probably what's going to get it done. So for me, I'm looking at it and I'm like, is that, do you even want to venture down that road of giving up Jaime Jaquez? Has he made that much of an impact over his career so far? And I'd say, yeah, I'm holding on to Jaime Jaquez Jr. like grim death right now. How good this guy has been and how impressive he's been. I don't want to get rid of Jaime. He's been amazing. And, you think about the Bam extension that's coming on up. If you were to trade for a star, the money that you got to pay that guy, Lord, if you have to give Jimmy another extension before the end of his career, you're going to need some guys to fill out the roster who don't make $30-40 million. And for right now, he is one of your best rotation pieces, and he makes peanuts. So that's just something that you got to keep in mind with this whole thing. But I don't think the rumors are going to go anywhere. I do think that they're going to be persisting, especially if the Miami Heat sit where they are. If the Cleveland drama stays where it's at, of course this stuff is going to kick around. It's not going to go anywhere. It's been one of those scenarios that's been around for a while. It's a little similar to Victor Oladipo. Like Oladipo was Spida before Spida was Anthony Edwards. It's that chain down of the guys who you're like, oh, who are the D-Wade proteges that have ties to D-Wade, have connections to D-Wade, who would be perfect fits for the Heat? And first it was Vic, and obviously didn't happen ideally when it was supposed to. Gets the injuries, not quite the same guy. He does eventually get here. Man, you wish you would have had that at full strength. Then it was Spida, in the whole Utah blow-up of things. Heat didn't really get in the game for him, even though very clearly Bam wanted it to happen. And those two were very, very close. Bam, I know we say that with seemingly every guard, that Bam is very close. It doesn't seem like he's very close to Anthony Edwards. It doesn't seem like Anthony Edwards is close to anybody. He's talking bleep and telling people to get the hell off the court, which is part of the reason you would probably love him on the Heat. But with Spida Mitchell, he very close relationship with Bam Adebayo. Yes, is the proven scorer, being especially on a team with Jimmy and Bam, how that would fit together. I get why people would want it to happen. But I'm just not going to be burying my head in trade rumors like this. I can't do it again. For my own sanity, I can't do it again. I can't go wailing in the middle of the season. I really seem to like this team. I do like the newness to it. I do like the different factors that are around. And I would like to see what is Tyler Hero going to grow into here this year. He's obviously talked about a lot about the improvements that he's gone into his game with, what he's trying to bring to the table. It seemed like that stuff was coming to fruition before he got hurt, even with the record not looking as spectacular as you'd like it to be. So I'm very intrigued by that. But I don't imagine the rumors are going to go anywhere because the connection's been there and they will probably persist. And I'm going to have to do my best to not get crazy about boots on the gram, boots on the X, all these things to get crazy about social media fodder. I'm just going to sit here and enjoy this Miami Heat team. I'm trying to grow as a person, people. I'm not trying to be the same person anymore. All right? So no captain's hat and no whales. Leave me alone. I don't want to do it anymore. No more whaling. All right? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be... Get out of here.